Okay, today is day 4 of our microgreens grow. These trays have been setting in germination for 4 days, and we're going to go ahead and unstack them today and see what we got going on. Okay, so I said unstack the trays. What I meant was uncover the trays. Unstacking is a term that I use a lot in my microgreens business because I actually stack the trays up 4 high. So we're gonna uncover our trays. Okay, this is the stack that actually didn't have a tray underneath my tray with holes. So I'm gonna take the tray without holes and put it on bottom of this one. Okay, so now what we have here is the tray, the top trays that we planted in, and every single one of these trays will have the tray without holes now, and this is how we're going to bottom water our trays. I'm actually going to bring you in a little closer so you can see what your microgreens look like. At this point, they do look a little wonky and kind of weird. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about something at this point that you might be noticing in your tray, and it might freak you out for a second, but let me explain. But first, let's bring you in a little closer and we'll take a look at what we have going on. I actually decided to bring my trays outdoors. My indoor lighting wasn't the greatest. I really want you guys to see what the trays look like. So this is the pea shoots. They look super crazy. Here is the microgreen broccoli. And at this point, you're gonna notice that your microgreens look more yellow. And that's actually exactly what you wanna see. They haven't been introduced to light yet. So they haven't photosynthesized, and as soon as you introduce them to the light, they will green up, get that nice chlorophyll. Here is the salad mix. All right, here is the sunflower tray. You might see some white fuzziness, and that is actually called root hairs. You may think it's mold, but trust me, it's not. It'll be more visible in your sunflower tray than the other trays, but all of the trays will have the root hairs. At this point, you want to water your microgreens. This is the only time I will ask you to water your microgreens on top. So we're actually going to top water today on day 4. I noticed that in my broccoli tray and my salad mix tray, they actually look pretty dry, drier than normal. So I will be sure to give them a little extra water. And I might go ahead and bottom water these 2 today just because they do look extra dry. So it may have been a lot warmer in my house, but it's okay. They still look really great. So I'm gonna show you top watering the pea shoots and the sunflower shoots. And I'm gonna go ahead and bottom water the broccoli and the salad mix today. So I'm gonna go ahead and top water my sunflower shoots. And I'm only gonna do this on day 4 when I unstack it. After this, I'm gonna do the bottom watering, and I'll share that with you in the next video. If you feel like you just wanna go ahead and bottom water as soon as you uncover your microgreens, that's perfectly fine too. Microgreens are super easy to grow. There's not a lot of error or mess up that you can do with them. So just do whatever you think's best. I'm gonna use this water, again, filtered water. I'm gonna pour it in my little measuring cup here. So I can kind of show you how much you need to water. That will vary as well. So about 3/4 cup is what I want to water the microgreen trays. So you're not filling up the entire bottom tray. Don't fill it all the way to the top. That'll be way too much. I just want to make sure there's enough water that's going to spread out evenly in my tray. Okay, that's it. Pretty simple, right? So unstacking or uncovering day, which is day 4, easy peasy. Now we're just going to either leave him right on my kitchen counter, or I'm gonna stick it next to a window sill so that it can get some sunlight and it can start greening up. It'll photosynthesize, so it'll get that nice green color. So when you see the yellow, don't freak out, it's okay. They'll green up just nicely. And these microgreens are gonna change so quickly in the next 6 days as they're growing. I'm actually gonna leave these right on my kitchen counter and show you that it can be done. So now you're just gonna water your microgreens once or twice a day from this point to day 10. I will cover that in the next video. We'll come back in a few days so you can see the changes in the microgreens and talk about the watering at that point. So we'll catch you on the next video, and be sure not to forget about your microgreens. Just give them some water every day and watch them grow.